This usually records the what do you call it? The audio when I'm doing the end times report. Well, I try recording for the Laughter Humanity show. Back when that was the thing. Remember the Laughter Humanity show? I'm having distant memories of that. I had a different device. It was the same thing. The Huawei Honor 7. The other one was a 7A. This is a 7S. Difference between the 7A and 7S? Apparently, I'm going to guess the microphone, the audio jack output. This is actually just me guessing right now. That only recognizes audio. It does not recognize an input. Weird as that fucking is. Now guess what? You plug in a Bluetooth head jack or something like that, you know, you walk away from your smart device. And guess what? It can't hear you. Because it's not using the microphone that's built into whatever headset you're fucking using. Christ, I can't catch a fucking break. I just fucking can't. Would you guys like to hear about how my fucking day went? Here's how my day went. I woke up. Now, I've been having this issue. I'm sure I've talked about it before, but to refresh you, I had to get a water pump change, a brand new water pump, relatively speaking. Another reason I'm doing this now, I have more cigar to smoke. This be last one I smoke here. Couple nights from now, I should be spending at Nick Schuler's place. Should be. This will be before I drive us down to the Salt Lake beatdown, or the village by the sea, or whatever the fuck we're calling it. All right, so how'd my day go? Glad you asked. I woke up. I was supposed to wake up at 10 a.m., which I know, hang on, sorry, I kind of just sprained it on you. I'm going to light the rest of this cigar. And that should give you enough time to get off the floor from laughing so fucking hard at the thought of me waking up at 10 a.m. You guys go ahead and do that. It's a real badass lighter, man. I'm glad I got this. It doesn't even use that much gas for how much it fucking outputs. You guys know what sushi rollers are, right? Hey, you're listening? You also know what nori is. I actually did make sushi at one point. Hot Russian X really liked it, so I decided to learn how to make it. Now, I never got into the sushi grade raw fish and stuff, like the salmon and trout and all that stuff, and crab or whatever. So mine were more of the cooked variety, but I learned how to make sushi rolls, and I basically made them kind of like a burrito, like I would normally make a burrito. Is that if it's not hard to fully make it properly, you didn't add enough ingredients. So I did it like that. So it wasn't like you would see something at a restaurant, but tell you what, you definitely got your fucking money's worth. Trust me. And so since I have this thing here, I may not have to break out the fucking professional grade polypropylene welding or soldering what do you call it? Soldering torch. This one works just fine. It's long enough that I can light my oven. I can refill it. It is a butane lighter. It has a much bigger flame than the one I'm usually using. And somehow, it's not using the same amount of gas. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, the reason I was supposed to wake up at 10 o'clock today is that's the time that the bank that I work with, I've worked with this bank for about 8 years now, actually. Or at least we're coming up to 8 years. Give you a backstory, which will out this bank unless other ones have shown up there. I think Wells Fargo has shown up there too, so there's one contender there. We moved to June Lake. June Lake does not have a big branch. Look at the fucking layout of it. That kind of explains itself. But Mammoth Lakes does. Has a couple. It has maybe 3, maybe 4 now. It also has a Safeway, it has a McDonald's, and a lot of other creature comforts that, if you're on vacation, which is what that town is kind of meant for, it would have that there. It has Starbucks, McDonald's, coffee, other coffee shops. It's got a sushi place there. It's pretty fucking good. I can't remember what the name of it is, but it's on the road up the way to Mammoth Mountain. It's got other restaurants there too. It's got a Roberto's where we have burritos. That's something that Hot Russian X used to like to say when we were there. But we had to figure out a banking situation. We had to cash our checks somewhere. So it was this bank or one that I actually have a lot of experience through my grandmother who, goddamn, she got raw dogged harder than when she conceived both my mother and my uncle. She had 2 kids. With no fucking lube whatsoever, including her own. Bank of America. I saw those options and I said, no, that shit ain't happening. She fought, she pissed and moaned about it. I did not fucking go. Long story short, we went with this other bank. And I've been with them ever since. We've got other issues with them, but usually every time like we've had an issue or something, as either something I fucked up on, maybe they fucked up on, but we always end up on a good note. I get charged something I wasn't supposed to be charged, or I did get charged something that maybe I should have been charged on, but they didn't care anyways. They were okay. They were fine with it. God, here we go. Guess who's awake? Is this the sane hour? Apparently not.
I never said I was sane, dude.
That's true. Glad I pointed that out. Huh, I could hear you perfectly. I have the other device, and I'm doing the same setup I did when you had Safety Doc on your Rogue stream part 2 or whatever. Which, by the way, let's put that out there. Safety PhD kidnapped in that specific order Go to safetyphd.com. If you want any kind of safety that doesn't involve the state, go to safetyphd.com. We need to boost this guy's signal, something serious. Like, he is not getting the fucking traffic he needs to get. Nice banner name, by the way. How you like mine?
Nice.
Hey, I get to tell you to go fuck yourself, and I get to advertise your website at nickschulanner.com. You're not the only genius around here, Brainiac.
Is it the glasses?
No, I actually thought about this today. Remember that one time I went to, what was it? Not the Spunky Monkey. What the fuck was this bar called? It was on the 15th Street bar or something. You ended up calling me, and I took the call. I was like, okay, you want to see me in action here? Okay, here we go. And you hung out for like an hour and a half, and then other people were seeing you there, and then one of the guys, Jake, sorry, same number of letters. He gets a look at you, is like, dude, like you look like you could be, your nickname could be Brainiac.
And I was wearing the glasses when I did that, if I remember correctly.
Oh, did you? Were you?
Probably. Okay, I was sitting in my chair, and like the way I held it, they thought this was like a Dracula cave. And I was like, no, motherfucker, I'm sitting in a chair.
Are you doing that video editing on purpose?
What?
Okay, I'm not high, so my vision isn't, skipping out here. Yeah, something's up with the video part of this. Something's skipping out.
Hang on.
It's not you. I think it's YouTube again.
Hang on, I'll monitor the stream.
Now, YouTube's been doing this for the last couple of weeks. Nick August show's been having trouble. Michael Deacon program has been having trouble. That chat with you and Cynthia, that Rogue one, that had the same fucking thing.
Oh, yeah.
The audio's fine.
StreamYard does that sometimes.
Oh, you think it's StreamYard?
Yeah. I never had it when I used Zoom. Still haven't figured out what I did to fuck up Zoom's live streaming capabilities.
I was wondering about that too. It's like, of all people, okay, you call yourself the asshole to Aaron Clary.
Read that sign.
Hey, I have nothing to do with you fucking getting banned here this time, man. I had nothing to do with that.
No, it's not
it's
that.
Like, Jesus.
It's a larger
None
problem. It's a larger problem with how Zoom syncs up with YouTube, I think.
I don't know. Whatever. They'll figure it out. Oh, guess what happened today? I was going over that. Long story short, I ended up with an argument with my liberal buddy. We'll talk about that in a minute. I worked at her place for a couple hours. If you saw me on Instagram, you saw the work that I did for her. I helped. Actually, I didn't help. I pretty much did it by myself. I put up a fence post that she wanted to have put up for her. No, the rant I had was this is afterwards. I decided to go into work, and this actually went against my kind of gut instinct. Like, you know what? Just go home. Just do the show that you want to do. And I was like, oh no, I want to log in a day of work because every day I log in, that gets counted for the paid sick and safe leave time or whatever the fuck it's called. Of which hopefully this trip I have coming up. Oh, yeah. I'm glad you're on here. Quick update.
You're at my place in the next 2 days.
Exactly. I just talked about that. Tomorrow I'm going to be doing one final check. I did do a check. Most everything looks okay. I actually called the shop that I had the clutch and everything checked out at. They did, in fact, put gear oil in the transmission. That was the main issue that I thought might have been what's going on. So it should just be my paranoia. That's the only thing. It's this noise that I hear that comes up when the engine is under load. Now I'm going to take it to the shop tomorrow. They're going to test drive it to make sure that everything's okay. Worst case scenario, the mechanic himself breaks the fucking car. I find that to be highly unlikely, but it could happen. But outside of that, I'm going to take tomorrow. I'm going to go check the oil level, see if it's dropped too low or whatever. Which even that, if the oil isn't turning into chocolate milk, then I know it's not a serious issue. I'm going to give you a quick thing here. If you have an oil leak, in your car, there's two types of oil leaks. One is external, which means there's oil that ends up on the ground where you park it. So that could be a front mainsail. That's where the pulleys that are driven by the crankshaft, that's the thing that spins when explosions happen. I do feel like I'm actually teaching a fucking classroom by all the yawning we were going through here.
Well, dude, funny enough, I had this weird fucking dream a while back when I was in my class. It was in a statics class a few months ago. And for some reason, the regular professor wasn't there, and you were the professor.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Heavens help you. Actually, heavens can't help you at that. And you're going to need hell to help you.
We were in this giant auditorium, but instead of you being there, it was like somebody just projected your profile picture up on the screen, and we just listened to that during the lectures.
Wait, which one? Was it the bacon one? Was it the Thanos?
This one that you're doing right now. The bacon one.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious. I'm in your dreams now.
And you were like doing the show, but instead of like, you're talking like this, but instead of talking about whatever, you were talking about statics. You balance the forces on this fucking direction. You call that the X direction, by the way. And then we balance this bullshit on the Y. And then, Nick Schulander, do the example problem. Who you can find at nickschulander.com. It literally sounded like an episode of this show, but you were talking about statics.
Oh my God. Fuck, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, well.
What are these tangents you speak of?
Anyways, I'm going to go check. I'll see what the oil level is. Oh, I was telling you, this is how you know if you have a head gasket blowout. Basically, your oil and your coolant mixes. That is a winning no situation. And it often involves thousands of dollars to fix depending on what kind of vehicle you drive. Just so you know, can you still hear me while you're doing that or what?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, cool.
Hear you. I set my mic to omnidirectional.
All right. So that's what I had to do. But I'm not seeing that now. The way you can tell, like, the way that you're supposed to be figuring that out is that you unscrew the oil cap where you pour the oil in, and you take a look. And if it looks like chocolate milk on the inside of that, you know it's bad. Not only did I look at that, I looked at the oil stick and everything else. Oil looks, you can tell the oil's a little bit old. And I use actually full synthetic from Quaker State. Quaker State 5W30. specifically, that lasts at least 10,000 miles. I've got about 3,000 miles left on that oil. I was going to change it, but my oil filter isn't going to arrive until after I get back here. So, and I'm still getting the same, MPG numbers anyways. So, all right, fuck it. You just fucking put that off. That's fine. I'll do it before all hell breaks loose 42 days from now. Not going to affect our trip.
Okay. Dude, speaking of the trip, we might have to leave a little bit later in the day because I have an exam I got to bang out before we go. Shouldn't take me too long.
What time's the exam?
It'll be, well, it's an online exam. I have from like 8 a.m. to like 9 p.m. on Thursday to do it. So I'll probably bang that out before we get going.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna arrive at your place way. Oh wait, you're talking about doing it the day we were supposed to be leaving. That's Thursday.
On Thursday, yeah. I'll be able to bang it out Thursday.
Yeah, no, that's no problem. That's no problem, man. You can make that work.
I will have an exam later in the day on Wednesday at 2 p.m. Just give me an idea.
I ain't gonna be there at 2 p.m. No, that's what I was worried about. It's like, okay, me arriving there, maybe you open the door or something. Dude, Masking the Geek is probably gonna be off the air by the time I show up at your place. Because I'm gonna have a whole bunch of other shit going on. I got a whole bunch of other shit going on now. Would you like to hear the list? At least part of it.
Oh God. Well, roughly what time are you gonna be like? Are you gonna show up right now? Like at that time on?
Yeah, right. 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, it's like I think it's just down on the door. What's up, asshole?
Well, do this. You have my 206 number, right?
I think so.
Why don't we do what? I text you that. You sent me some bacon strips back. Text me your address, and I'll look on the map, and I'll see how long it would take for me to get there. Well, I'm gonna do that now.
Well, dude, if you could, I'll do that. Pullman's small enough that you could just type in Pullman, Washington. You could get a pretty good idea of how long it's going to take you.
Well, that's what I was going to do, but I asked to get a more precise thing. I get the feeling you're not in Central Pullman. Sometimes been this manner. That's why I'm asking.
I'm in.
What the hell is?
I'm in Northern Pullman. However, Pullman itself is only 3 miles across from north to south.
Sounds like Inglewood.
Something like
that.
All
right, I'll type that in. You go ahead and. By the way, I'll at least have that on hand so I don't have to text you later. In case you're doing something else. I'm going down another. Hey Nick, where am I going? What's the address? Why is no one answering?
Did it just get dark in here? Okay, maybe that one didn't quite work. Didn't you tell me on Instagram what your regular number is? I have the wide open phones number.
No, that's the wide open phones. I don't put, if it's on Twitter or Instagram, I just put the wide open phones number there, which right now is dormant. You can't call that. If you give me a number, I'll text you back directly on that. It's like I do with the emails or whatever. Yeah, actually, most of my emails are okay.
Oh, wait a minute.
But as far as numbers go,
wait, I got it. Never mind, I got it.
Yeah, that must have been a while ago. It says 5 hours. You got a Walmart there. Okay, hang on. Oh, Jesus. You sent me your fucking call sign, dude.
All right, here.
What the hell? Yeah, because that's going to help.
Well, if you know what if you know what a call sign
this does go off the this does go off the it goes off the 90 after a while. And that's 28 minutes if I was just to go from the 90. Okay, yeah, I'm glad I checked this.
Well,
all right, cool.
There.
Mary Sellers Winery is in your area, by the way. Yeah, have you ever had any good wine?
I don't think so.
No, I might bring a bottle out with us. Now that I think about it.
All right, there's my exact address. I just tested it or texted it to you, so
right.
I'm getting bored. But as you can see, if you plug that into Google Maps as opposed to just Pullman in general, it really does not make much of a difference.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see. A second. You see why I do this? The things the way I do. No, do you see why I do that?
Yeah.
Text, I just Research and Technology Park. Are you in the fucking college or what?
Dude, no, I'm slightly
I'm just
off
looking
campus.
At it. Yeah, you slightly is an understatement. I'm looking at it right now.
Well, it's about a 15-minute walk to campus. I don't want to say any more than that because I don't want to dox myself too hard here.
Exactly. Well, that's why I do things the way I do them. I'm having you text me that. I mean, the government could pick that up because it's public domain. It's not going through a landline. You don't have to get a warrant to actually track that shit. That's the benefit of a landline. You have to get a warrant to actually mine that, monitor that if you're the government.
According to this, it'll take you about 5 hours. I'll say
anything that's mobile, I see 5 hours and 4 minutes, and I'll say that's probably about an hour too long, depending on what I'm doing.
So about
maybe 30 minutes. 4 hours, 30 minutes, maybe. Yeah, you're right next to Moscow, actually. Okay.
Yeah,
there's a golf course in your area.
Yeah, that's what I told you. Pullman itself is right next to Moscow.
Yeah, you told me that. All right. I know. Okay. You actually live in an apartment that has a name. I'm not going to name it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I put the apartment number in the actual address that I texted you.
You did, but I'm using the Google Maps thing. It doesn't matter. It's just going to point out. It's not going to point out your exact apartment name. So you're good. Chief Joseph Village? What the fuck is this? It says it's a school something.
It's the school owns a few of the off-campus apartments. Chief Joseph is one of them. The apartment I live at isn't one of them.
You ever go to Cook's Corner Mart?
Dude, that's the corner mart where I get the twisted tea.
Oh, okay. Now that makes sense. Yeah, that's like, what, an 8-minute walk away from your place one way?
Something like that.
Oh, wait, you have shorter limbs, so maybe like 18 minutes. Look, hey, we're born with what we're born with, okay? I'm not judging you or anything. That's the reality of the situation.
We're here. Well, I guess
it's going to take you a little bit longer to walk, okay? I got to slow down. And guess what? You know what? If you ended up being a bodybuilder or something, you're going to be able to lift way more weight than I can because you got a lot less lever action to deal with. You know? By the way, you're white. I don't know if you know this. White people, their lower area bones are a lot, maybe not a lot, but at least a little bit denser depending on what you're doing, which means you'll be able to squat more than I ever can. I'm just saying. Now, I may be able to outrun you, but you can out-squat me depending on our, physical abilities and stuff. Just saying.
All right. Dude, while you're looking at that on Google Maps, go look around Cook's Corner Mart. In that same basic complex, there'll be a restaurant called The Land. That's one of the restaurants I'm thinking of showing you. I've narrowed it down.
Okay. I see a Zia.
Nope, you're looking for the land. The land is right next to Azia.
What direction?
To the north, or no, slightly.
There's so many goddamn apartments here.
Yeah,
apartment complexes. Like Jesus.
It's called apartment.
Is it?
For a reason. Yep.
Oh, I didn't know that. Did you tell me? You told me about this before, didn't you?
Yeah, but okay. So if you go to Azia and you go to the right of Azia, but in that kind of complex with Coop's Corner Mart, there's the land.
Okay, I'm looking. I don't see it. I'll type it in. Hang on.
No.
The land Pullman.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, all right. It pulls it up. Hang on.
That's one of them. It'll probably be that one, depending on when you get here. You think you're not going to get here before 6 p.m., are you?
Probably not. I'll have other things I want to make sure is good. I'm probably going to clean my windows before I get out there.
I'd hope so. All right, I guess it's going to be the land then, because the other place is called Freshens in the Chinook, but that place closes at 6, I think. Let's see.
Well, keep in mind, I wasn't really too worried about that. I was actually going to bring. I'm actually taking inventory of the shit that's in my fridge, and that's stuff that either needs to be eaten or needs to be thrown out at some point. The sea bass I have, that's probably gonna have to be eaten tomorrow. Along with a few other things, and I'm scrambling to find fucking freezer space. I'm gonna have to take my booze bottles out of the freezer for that. But I'll probably bring in other things. I'll probably bring the wings with me. Actually, here's something I wanted to know. You have an oven, right?
I have 2.
You have 2?
Well, one really big one and one really small one.
We'll need the big one. I wanted to make my candied bacon for this group. I really want to do that. That's going to involve me having to get a Crown Royal apple, which means I wasn't able to get it tonight, obviously, because I'm here. Which means I'll have to get it tomorrow night.
Wait, what did you need to get?
Which means I'll have to soak it. Huh?
What did you need for your candied bacon? Something apple?
Crown Royal Regal apple.
Oh.
Trust me, I've done that several times. I've did it for Ted's get together. I've done it for my family. Literally 100% 5-star reviews. And aside from all the liquor I have here, by the way, I added oh shit, I can't show you. Damn, that's right. I'll show you later. I added white pepper that I got off of Amazon to the latest infusion. I wanted a day of infusion for that, not a full 5 or 6 days infusion, which I usually do. I just wanted a little bit of it there. Give it a little bit of spice. But I'm thinking, you know what? You guys never had my bacon before. That's my fucking name. Why not put that out there? Why not bring it with me? So you guys can at least enjoy it. And so, but the only problem is the time constraints. I have so much other shit to do. And so this, I can have a soak overnight or soak on the way to your place. Maybe I can cook it at your place. Do you have any cookie racks? Do I need to bring any with me? I can do that.
I'll have to take inventory of what I have. Send me a list on Instagram or text it to me of what you're gonna need.
Don't worry. It's not that extensive. A big oven, some trays, and some cookie racks. And I could bring the cookie racks. I could probably even bring the trays too.
I know I have the trays. I just can't remember if my mom gave me any cookie racks.
Oh, you're like me. You brought some cooking materials from your folks' place too.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing wrong with that. I did the same thing. My
Well,
mom
yeah,
actually just a quick story. She actually
quick.
she had no this actually will be quick. She had some, what do you call it, like some upgrades and stuff that I ended up using, and then she had upgrades to that, and she instructed me not to use them while she was living at her now husband's loft over in downtown, while me and Hot Russian X were basically living there. So no,
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with getting support, really. Especially if it's your parents. That's what they're there for. They're there to help you.
Yeah.
Now, you're also there to help them, if they did a good job in raising you, if they did what they could to help you, with the information that's provided to them. Understood. You probably got spanked. I got my ass beat like hard. I mean, ridiculously hard. They're the only ones that comes close to my martial arts class. But you know what? That's the information I had on hand. Now, 2010, 2020, whatever, parents doing that, the information is out there. Stefano's been out there for 10, 15 fucking years. A lot of other people have been out there for 10, 20 fucking years. Steven Crowder's been out there. We know that's not the right way to fucking do things. We know there's a million fucking alternate ways to do things. So anybody who's a parent now is beating the shit out of their fucking kids. You know there's a better way to do it, but you're doing this anyways. You're establishing might is right. That's all you're doing. I mean, I didn't mean to get into this whole fucking discussion, but, just put it out there.
You speak of.
See, there you go. There's a good use of that. You just threw that for a fucking loop. That was a tangent, and then you brought it up. You made me aware of it. You're right. There you go. That's a perfect use of that.
Dude, I just got a bunch of old. I was in the WSU Ham Shack recently, so I have a bunch of old documents of the club that I downloaded onto my flash drive that I'm looking at. It's actually kind of cool.
Let's get to that in a moment, and then I can talk about what the hell I wanted to talk about. Because I still haven't gotten to that. But you know what? The parents meant well. My mom meant well. Everything she did, she did it. Even when she was literally kicking me out of her house, like to go somewhere, she meant well. She thought that would help. And so I have no problem interacting with her. I have no problem, being friendly with her. I have no problem drinking with her, just maybe take her out. I do want to take her out to a fucking restaurant, a bar, or whatever. I want to take her out a real night out on the town in Inglewood. I really do. Maybe that's impossible right now because of COVID, but eventually that will happen. She meant well. She always means well. So I have no problem with her as far as that goes. She did things that were wrong. She did things that were bad. I'm not Stefan Molyneux. I'm not just going to judge her on things she did bad and then, make her repent on that shit. I understand. I'm pretty sure you do too. Your parents probably did the same thing. But as far as I'm going, okay, I get it. That's what you thought was right. It's okay. I'm not going to judge on that. You did what you thought was right. If I was in your place, I probably would do the same thing. Maybe I mean, I'm a little bit smarter than them. I hate to say that, but I am. Me ignoring it is not going to make it go away. So I understand. That was the reality. But it doesn't make the reality go away. And so, sure, I got no problem drinking with you. If you need help, I will be the first in line down there to go fucking help you. And that's what my company thinks that I'm going to be going to do for my folks that are up here. God, what the fuck did I have to talk about today?
Just preparations for when you get here.
There's that. I gotta prep a whole wardrobe to get up there. I'm gonna have I don't know. Do you have a suit?
Yeah. Why?
Bring it. I'm bringing mine.
Why?
We're probably gonna be going to a restaurant together. Not just us, but everybody. I think that was on. I think that was in the itinerary.
Oh shit! That is the itinerary on Masculine Geek Life or something.
No, this is going to be something that's going to be planned as we're on the ground. I think the idea was, well, we were talking about this. We're going to go to a restaurant or we're going to go to a bar or something, and we'll have to figure out the mask shit. We'll have to figure out the COVID bullshit, all that stuff. But if we're going to go to a restaurant, why not go in style? That's my thought. So I'm going to be bringing my suit with me.
Oh man, you and suit do not go together in my mind. Oh man.
Contraire, my friend. Now you're right. My normal go-to is what you're looking at me right. Well, my normal go-to. I'm currently wearing a tank top that's real fucking old. It's definitely showing its sign of being in the sun for way too long. I'm wearing boxers and socks. That's all I'm wearing.
That's about right.
So that's totally me. Boxers and shorts. Cargo shorts fully loaded in more than one way. So that's me. But no, I do know how to dress up, actually. I know how to look good during an interview. I do know that. In case you were wondering. I'm sure you do too.
All right.
So yeah, bring a fucking not a crazy fucking suit, but just something that looks nice, basically. It may come to that. It may not come to that, in which case you're over prepared, which is not a bad thing. But I'm bringing it just in case. Who knows? That reminds me, I need to get Rob's number.
Let's see here.
Actually, I need to get all of their numbers. I need to get TJ's number. I need to get Vince's number as well.
Let's see.
Oh, great. Now, Nick is putting on a suit. Okay. Nice blazer.
Now it's
you know what I have on mine?
What?
It's a what?
I don't know. I have a green version of this as well. You've seen me wear that a few times.
Green version? Were you in the JROTC or something?
No. It's just the one I liked a few years ago when I was trying to get internships.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
You've seen this a few times. I wore this the first time I showed up on Safety Doc. There was
that makes sense.
A few weeks ago, I did a live stream.
That's a nice one.
Thanks. There was one. They did a live stream with Drayshawn and Cynthia, and they're like, "We need to be more professional." I'm like, "Say no more." I just went and got this and put that on. I did that a few times because we were talking about digital marketing jobs. Somebody who watched that made a meme, it's the guy where there's a leak in a giant tank, and he just puts the thing on it. Remember those types of memes?
Oh God!
What someone did?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
It's like it was me, and someone said we need to be more professional, and I slapped it on, and it's the green jacket. Whoever did that was fucking hilarious. It's like, oh, we need to be more professional. Get the jacket.
And that's what. Hey, I've done that. I did that with well, not quite, but I did that with the last live chat. I thought there was going to be one this weekend. Apparently, there wasn't.
You mean the?
But everybody complained that I was shirtless for the last one because I literally woke up and walked into it. So I grabbed my little what was it, the fire shirt basically, and I put that on. I guess that was okay.
Alright. I don't know. I actually don't know if the full suit still fits because I got it right before I moved here. I don't know. I know this green blazer does. I'll bring something nice just in case.
Question. Just because you brought that up, did you gain weight when you were out there versus when you were at home?
I thought I was gaining weight after I started working at Taco Bell, but I guess it started getting really bad after I moved up here. Even though I don't know.
Oh so, no, yeah. I'm just asking for a timeline here. No, I can guess everything else because I did. Here's the thing. I did the exact same thing. I'm gonna guess it's the same thing. You carried the same habits with you, and you didn't carry the exact same workload. I don't know what you have to do with mechanical engineering as far as physicality goes. We'll talk about that when I see you.
Dude, that's just me sitting down. I don't know. The good news is I have at least some nice things that still fit.
You want to know what's funny?
What?
Even the pants that I got now, that they're supposed to be my these are the pants I want to keep around for as long as I can. That's fitting you fairly nicely, by the way.
Yeah. This was fitted. This was a fitted suit. This was like a graduation gift from my parents. And I asked for that because I figured I would come in handy. I started applying.
Same here. Same here. It's called bespoke, by the way. Call it bespoke. You know what bespoke means?
Not really.
It is just a fancy way of saying tailor-made. Somebody took your measurements and they made a suit to fit it. That's all it means. And it's not that expensive.
This was an existing suit. They just modified it to fit me better. This thing's
still bespoke. That's still bespoke. That's the same thing. They have the material. They just tailor it to fit you.
Actually, yeah. I don't know. It's a little tighter than I remember, at least compared to that green one. But this also is just way thicker in like the shoulder area than the green one is. So maybe it's just that.
All right. Where'd you go?
I'm right here checking.
Nick is different.
Continue.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's omnidirectional.
Your arms look a little bit bigger, actually.
What, than you remember?
Just from what I just saw. Now, you're cutting in and out, so it's kind of hard to tell. Your face looks the same. You still have kind of the, not quite a double chin, but
close to it.
I can still see it. Don't worry, that'll go away. I'm sure you know that because you have pictures that I've seen of you when you were like 15 or something, and you were skinny as shit. You weighed maybe like 100 pounds soaking wet.
That's pretty much
which is fine.
Which is weird. I ate like way worse than I do now.
You know what? The teens, that's the time you can contribute oh, well, you can eat anything you want and be fucking skinny or whatever. That's the only time you can contribute that to age. Anytime after 20, that's on you.
Yeah.
And maybe part of your genetics. That's it. Everything else is on you.
Funny enough, I'm probably.
You know what agency is, right?
Yeah.
It's funny how quickly people will throw their agency away to explain the fucking consequences of their own fucking actions. It's funny how people do that. Whether it's weight, whether it's politics, whether it's anything else. Things that they're responsible for, they will throw their agency away to find some other fucking reason to attach it to that. Oh, well, it was just this. Oh, I got older. You know, this happens when you get older. You just get fatter when you're older. You know, that just happens, you know? A lot of people say that.
I did. Although I'm working on reversing it.
Dude, you're in your early 20s. Come on.
I'm also a perfectionist.
Look, that's just going to catch up to you. It caught up to me. I went through the same thing you're going through right now. I ate the same way and then didn't do the same exercises. I didn't go through the same physical, strenuous, shit in the field. And then I gained the fucking weight. I went from 215 pounds. By the way, a lot of that was fat too. To 245 pounds as a standing weight. That's 30 pounds for those of you who can't do math.
What is
I don't care
math?
who the fuck you are. You could be Shaquille O'Neal. You could be Yao Ming. Yao Ming gains 30 pounds. You're going to fucking notice. Shaquille O'Neal gains 30 pounds. You're going to fucking notice. The question is why? And that kind of leads into what I wanted to talk about. The whole philosophy thing, you know what philosophy is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Give me a brief definition while I smoke the rest of this. What is philosophy? At its base, at its core, basically. What is philosophy?
It's making sense of the world. That's how I see it, at least. Basically, it's how you should live your life and how you should discipline yourself.
I have a more basic definition. Would you like to hear it?
Sure.
It is reality. That's all. Nothing more, nothing less. It is the description of reality, it is the interpretation of reality. That's all it is.
Yeah. I'm still. Yeah. I'm gonna check on stuff.
Now,
but I'll still be listening.
Go ahead. Huh? What are you doing?
I'll be right back, but I'll still be listening.
Okay. All right, so this gives me time to do my rant, I guess. But that's what philosophy is. It is a description of reality. 2 + 2 is 4. Rocks are hard. Microwaves use nuclear waves to heat up their food. That's why it's the most efficient way to heat up your food. That's what it is. But I think that's how most rebuttals end up starting. You always hear that. Because these are the people that you end up arguing with are the 95%. We talked about that. Who are the 95%? I came up with the term retardism years ago. What is retardism? It is the people whose you can interact with them for most day-to-day things. Don't get me wrong. But when it comes to shit that actually matters, when it comes to politics, which is all language, by the way, it's all language based. I've always said, if language had consequences, most people would shut the fuck up. I even said this tonight. And the language can come on. Trust me, I didn't punch my liberal friend in the face for what she had to say. So keep that in mind. That's why she kept going. But most of what other people think, other things you have to deal with in politics or laws or whatever, that's all language. Laws are language. Rules are language. Keep that in mind. That's why I go by Unbound. I don't believe in rules at all. Anarchy, by the way, relies on rules. The rule is the non-aggression principle. Don't rape. Don't kill. There's no murder. Don't steal. Don't assault. Those are principles. It's the non-aggression principle.
What was it?
But somehow, go ahead.
What was it that the Joker said? The only sensible way to live is without rules.
That's what I'm saying. Without rules. This does not mean, by the way, I actually get to the point even better than anarchists. I get even farther to the point. Without fucking rules. This does not mean without consequences. Now, I can come over to your place and kill you, Nick Schulanner. I can go find you, especially now that I know your address. I can come over there and kill you. Guess what's going to happen?
No, keep going. I'm assuming this is rhetorical.
It is. You know what? But it really isn't. Look, if somebody's going around and killing people, even if they practice the non-aggression principle against me, guess what? I can't do business with anybody anymore. I can't go buy groceries. I can't go buy gas. I can't go buy anything that would help me keep going the way I am. I'm drinking booze right now. Guess what? I can't go buy. No more tequila anymore. No more orange bitters. No more lime juice. By the way, that's in the shortage right now. I'm glad I got a bunch of that. I can't go buy cigars, which I'm smoking right now. I can't live the life that I want.
Dude, check this out.
Go ahead. Sure.
Oh, sorry. Keep going.
Okay, my point being, okay, they're principles. They're not rules. My thought is that it shouldn't be rules. Rules basically say that you have to have a ruler that sets them. That's kind of the preset. You have to have a ruler to put out rules. What are the rules? The non-aggression principle. That's what anarchists say. There are no rulers, but there are rules. And what they go by is the non-aggression principle. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. What I'm saying is the bad thing is that there are rules. You made them rules. You didn't make them principles of which anybody can enact and take for themselves, for their businesses, for their households, whatever. You made them rules, which means they apply to everyone. That's the problem. And once there are rules, you have to have a ruler that puts them out there. Now, what's the big example for that? I have the answer to that, but what do you think?
Sorry, what was the question?
If we go with just straight up anarchy, which everybody mislabels, they label it with chaos, they label it with destruction and all this other bullshit. But if we go with the actual label of anarchy, we have rules, but we don't have rulers. What's the problem with that?
If there are no rulers, then nobody enforces, or who's going to enforce the rules?
No, there's that. That's the normal way of doing things. If you have a rule, who sets it?
Oh, some ruler.
Exactly. Which means even in anarchy, you have a ruler that sets the rules. And if you have somebody, some human in place that sets the rules, they're going to enforce the rules however it's going to be. But what's the point of being somebody that's in authority? What's the point of being in power, basically, to actually enforce the rules? What the fuck was that? I'll tell you. It's to exempt yourself from the rules. That's all politics is. That's all it is. I have these rules, but I'm exempt from these rules that I have imposed on you. But you still have to follow these particular rules, even though I'm not exempt from them. And that's the problem. There's your problem with anarchism. They still have rules. And so people will find a way to get around these rules. They might find a way to put other rules in place. They might find other exceptions to these rules. That's what they'll do. That's what humans do. Even I do it. Although at least I'm working with the rules that I have that are in place. I'm just working with Soviet weaponry here. That's all I'm doing. But it's still the same thing. So when I say I'm unbound, there aren't even any rules in my society, in what's in my head, as that was put tonight. There aren't any rules on the block at all. Now, let's say I was, for whatever reason, I assaulted your mom tonight. For whatever fucking reason. It doesn't matter. Would you do business with me the next day?
Absolutely not.
Precisely. That's the whole point of ostracization. That's been the big point of that. If I do wrong by you, you're not going to do business with me anymore. And guess what? Probably most of your peers aren't going to do business with me anymore either. I'm going to have a hard time getting gas. I'm going to have a hard time getting electricity. Unless I make some sort of reparation, offhand. And that's how things should run. That's how I think these should run. You don't need some outside force to force me to not assault your mom. by the way, every time we've been in contact with each other, you know, just hanging out in each other, whatever, or my liberal brother, I worked for her. Guess what? I work for her, and I have no guarantee that she's going to pay me. I just go ahead and work for her. And then she takes my fucking word on how long I've been working for her. She does it on an hourly basis, by the way. She takes my analysis and goes, okay, I'll pay you for this. There's no force involved there. She's not forcing me to work there. And then she takes my fucking word, of which, fine, okay, I'm a freak with numbers. That's one thing. Okay. Maybe other people couldn't do that. But she takes my word for it. I'll give you an example today. I showed up at her place a little bit before 4 o'clock. I got on to the property at 4 o'clock, pretty much right on the dot. And then I ended up spending 2 or 3 minutes to try to get my fucking speaker to work so I could listen to something, because she had to go have her goat executed. That's in the picture. That's, if you saw that picture, there was like what was it, grass that's above the other grass. That was because she had to bury a goat that was on the property. But that's one reason I took pictures of that. I wanted to make sure, you know, she had picture evidence of that. I took that initiative. I don't know if anybody else would, but I do. I want to make sure she gets her money's worth of my work there. So I told her, it's like, okay, she left at 4:10. I actually got to work at 4:13. And by the time we were done with everything else, it was 6:13. That's 2 hours straight up. And so I took note of that. That's just one of my abilities there. And she just went and took this. You know what she did? She just handed me $40. It's $20 an hour she agreed to work for me for. And so that's what she did. You know what that's called? That's called. Go ahead.
It has a few different names, but what were you thinking?
That's anarchy. That's really what it is. She wanted me to work this. I worked it. I made sure I made sure I figured out exactly what the fuck was going on, and she paid me accordingly. She didn't even question me. She trusts the time that I put in, that I said that I put in. Whether it was the concrete that I wasn't able to break through, all this other bullshit, spraying down another side of her barn, all this other stuff. She just trusted me. She trusted me to actually accurately relay what I was actually working. And for my part, it's like, a lot of times I even downplay it. And she would upplay it too. It's like, okay, I worked an hour and 40 minutes. She bumps up to an hour 45 just to make it easier for her. I guess it makes it easier for the banknotes or whatever that she gave me. But you know what? We worked it out. It was fine. Nobody had to be forced to do anything there. She just gave me the money.
All right, good. Guess what I've been doing? I've been seeing if this old suit still fits. Apparently it does. Except for the pants. I got too fat for it.
Nick is in a full fucking suit. There we go.
Pants. I'm wearing jeans.
Dude, you gotta wear the glasses for that, man. Bring the glasses with you.
What?
It's awesome.
Wow. I'll look like a full brainy.
Are you wearing that? Yes. Yes, you do. Dude, fucking play it. You're Brainiac. You know what? Speaking of voluntary transactions,
Do you think
we're gonna make you not catch a tone anymore.
With the black one?
Hopefully, at some point, you're gonna weigh less than I do.
Yeah, if I'm skinny enough to fit in that suit again and have it be roomier, I'll be happy.
You know what? There's my goal right there. I'm glad you brought that up. My goal now
is going to be able to fucking do something.
No, that you're going to be able to do anyways. Trust me, I was fat and I got to fucking second degree black belt. I was fat and able to do that. So you being heavy, that has nothing to do with your capabilities. My goal now is going to be able to get you into the suit that you were able to wear before. That I want to see in person. If I have to drive to see that, I will.
Do you think it looks better with like the dark blue blazer or this green one?
I like the other one, yeah. That one's fine. I like the other one. To be honest, that's just my personal preference. Don't take that as a... Bring both, by the way. I got a rack. I got a rack in the car. You can bring it with, so you'll be fine.
I'll probably bring both. Although I like this one a little bit more because I got this when I was like semi-catch-a-town.
I want the one where you were not catch-a-tone at all.
Well,
that's the one I want to see you in.
There we go. Dude, I didn't wear any suits when I wasn't catch-a-town. I rented a tux for prom. Okay. That's about it. There we go. A little bit tighter than it should be, but I can still make this black one work.
I've been there, by the way. I've worn my old suit, where I graduated high school, from high school, sorry, Aaron Clary. I graduated from high school. I've done it. I've worn it. I'm pretty sure I couldn't wear it now because I'm way too skinny for it now. But, no, I understand what you mean.
Funny enough, prom was the only reason I learned how to tie this fucking thing. So with the exception of the pants, I still got it. The old suit.
Your ability to fit into that doesn't help. Again, my goal for you and anybody that I work with, I want them to be able to fit in whatever the fuck they want. Now, for me, you want to know what's crazy? I can fit into medium clothes now. I was never able to fit into medium clothes. Not as far as I could choose them. Now, that's almost even too large for me. I can fit in almost small stuff now. I'm not a small person. I'm 6'2", damn it. But at least I have that choice. So I want that for you. You're going to be able to fit in things that are smaller than what I'm able to fit in. Because you're almost a foot shorter than I am. Shit, you know what? What was your last weigh-in?
That was like 2 days ago, and it was basically 190. I weighed myself about an hour ago, and I'm like 187 now.
You're 187. You want to know what I just weighed in this morning?
Pretty much the same.
Nope.
185.
You're gonna be pissed when I say it.
Is it 180?
179.
Well.
I'm bigger than you. I have way more muscle than you, and I weigh less than you. I'm not kidding about that.
All right.
I should have posted a picture of that, but I forgot to. So, whatever. I'll do it at some point. But I get the feeling that you're going to take me at my word at least. I don't have time to make this shit up. I might weigh even less by the time I get out there. Who knows? You're a foot shorter than me, but I weigh less than you. And I'm a fighter. Keep that in mind. That alone should be motivation enough. And I hope it is. That's one reason I'm putting out there. I want you to have the information. I want you to know that. The guy you're talking to, maybe I'm a fighter. Okay, I'm a fighter, so I'm not trying to build bulk or anything. I'm not Drew Bay or anything. Bay.com. BAYE.com. I'm not trying to build a ton of muscle. I'm not a bodybuilder.
You want functional muscle.
Exactly. I want strength and I want endurance. That's all I want. And I weigh less than you do. That should be motivation enough. Now you could be 150, maybe even 120. Who knows? I don't remember at your height. You're a guy, so it's going to be a little bit higher than that. Maybe 130, 140 pounds. You'll be a good fucking fighter at 130 pounds. And there's nothing wrong with that. By the way, there's good advantages to that. By the way. Oh, by the way, there's one thing I want to actually start. Because Coach Gina expressed interest in this. And so did Morgan Rogue, roguepreparedness.com. She expressed interest in this. She wants to know some small hand-to-hand things that she can do. I'm going to be doing that at some point. I'll do that in a separate Instagram group or Zoom group or something like that. I'm not sure what I'm going to do it on. But I'll do it there. And I think you actually would be interested in that as well. So I'm going to include you in that as well. And I'll include Joe Dolio at tactical-wisdom.com. And Bull Rush as well. Because I want them to be able to judge me as well. They're fellow martial artists. So they'll be able to look at what I'm doing and say, hey, you're doing this wrong, whatever. That's fine. I want them to be able to do that. But I want you guys to have some hand-to-hand skills, 43 days from now. Before all hell breaks loose. I want my team to be able to do that. You, Rob, everyone else, Team Let 'Em Burn, I want you guys to have that. I want you guys to have the skills that I have. They're not the best skills to have, obviously, because they're the beginner skills. That's what I'll have out there. but I'll have that out there for you guys. Another thing, do me a favor and remind me of this. I don't want to address this now. But your other dietary things that you do, the pizza and the cookie dough and all this shit. We'll talk about that when I get there to your place. But there's a lot of things we can do to make all of us harder to kill. I want that to happen for us. So fine, it won't be optimal, as Joe Jolio pointed out. He's right, by the way. He's always right. Go to tactical-wisdom.com. If you're listening to this, go to there and look at what he has to say. Okay? If you're listening to that, if you're listening to me, go there. Tactical-wisdom.com. I'm just some asshole smoking a cigar and drinking liquor right now. But go to his site, tactical-wisdom.com. Listen to that before you listen to me. I'm fine with that. I want everybody who's listening to me get the best information you can. Okay? All that being said, I have my own stuff to say here. So, turn it to me as well, and I'll try to give it to you. You can have somebody else judge it. That's fine. I have a whole fucking series in October. I might show you in person, actually. Since we're going to be in person anyways. I want you to have the best information. Whether it's fitness, whether it's nutrition, whether it's fighting, whatever it is. That makes sense to you?
Oh man, we're still on a tangent? Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay. I just want to make sure it makes sense. This is something that's been boiling in the back of my head for a long time. But that's been my thing. I want to make sure we're all fucking good. We're all on the same page. Hey, are you guarding my back? Can you take care of the people who are, attacking the back guard? I'm taking care of whatever the fuck is in front. Can you take care of what's going on in the back of that? Okay, that's what I want to know. If I want to be self-serving here, we don't know if it's going to come to that, but I want to know that in advance. Can you cover my 6? Obviously, you, Brainiac, you're going to be doing something else. You're going to be doing, I don't know, mechanical engineering, maybe some marketing, whatever the fuck it is.
I'll be the guy in the chair monitoring all our comms, monitoring the radio for trouble.
That's probably what you're going to be doing. But in the case that, you're covering my ass, literally in person, can I trust you to do that? I don't know. But I'm going to train you as best as I can so you can do that. I'm just saying. It could come to that. Every Marine is a rifleman, and that's what I see Team Let 'em Burn as. We're all riflemen. We're all going to have to be able to shoot in the direction of the enemy. All of us are. We all have our own skills that we bring there. You're going to bring your own skills. I'm going to bring my own skills as well. Joe Doyle's going to bring his own skills. Rob says he's going to bring his own skills. What are they going to be worth once shit really hits the fan? We don't know what's going to happen. And that's really the thing. We don't know what's going to happen. So I want to make sure you're taking lessons from me. So if you're going to take lessons from me, I want to make sure you're as capable as possible. Because there's some point I'm going to have to rely on you to help defend me until I can get my mission done. I don't know what the mission is going to be. Who knows what it's going to be. But we're going to have to figure that shit out, once it comes to that. I'm just saying. Does that make any sense to you?
It does.
Okay, I just want to make sure it makes sense. That's all. So,
we'll talk
sorry
more about that when you get here.
Well, we will talk more about that. I just wanted to make sure I brought it up here. And in a public forum, mind you.
Yeah.
There are people that may listen to this.
Yeah. Speaking of which, heads up when you get here. My roommate, he's like my version of liberal alpaca wrangler.
Really?
Kinda.
Am I going to be arguing with him? What does that entail?
You probably won't see him that much, but he's like one of those saner liberals that isn't completely crazy.
Okay, that's fine.
You'll get it you'll understand when you get here. You might not see him that much. He keeps to his room most of the time.
Where am I sleeping, by the way? Am I
couch?
Am I sleeping like in a room or something? I'm gonna bring my sleeping bag anyways, so I can do anything.
Probably the couch.
That's fine.
I usually keep a blanket and pillow over there anyway.
Okay. No problem with that. It's not winter anyway, so who cares?
Dude, fuck off. Even if it was winter, you'd still be in the tank top and shorts.
Damn right. That's what I did for Snowpocalypse.
Yeah.
That's my thing. It's like, you know what? You're a part of my team, let them burn. I want you to be part of that. Rob is lit that way. I'm going to assume Nick August is like that, Bull Rush. And everybody else, Joe Dolio, they're the same way. Team, let them burn. We know what the fuck is going to happen. We know this shit's going to burn down. The question is, what's going to happen afterwards? Who's going to be left? And the answer to that is, it's going to be us. And so what are we going to do? Honest answer to that question, I don't know.
We'll find out in about 2 months.
We will. Yes. Because I'm done with this. Nobody knows what's going to happen. No one knows.
Dude,
the best thing you can do is be prepared for you can be prepared for everything. And maybe the small thing can take you out. We don't know. We don't fucking know. That's the whole point of this chat. We don't know. You don't know, Nick. I don't know. I'm the first one to tell you, I don't know what's going to happen. Literally, Hitler, everybody could try to burn everything fucking down. I don't know. But I tell you what.
Did it just get dark in here?
It did. Well, it's been dark in here, so. I'm here. It's dark. I'm the king of darkness, man. What can I say? We don't know what's gonna happen. But you know what? Who's better prepared for it? That's the question. Is it us? Is it team Let Them Burn? Or is it the other people? The other ones who want to burn everything down? I'm pretty sure you, Nick, you don't want to burn everything down. But that might happen. Who knows? This whole place could be burned the fuck down. Go ahead.
I have a few places I'd like to burn down or see burned down.
Oh, trust me, I got a lot of choice places to burn down. I looked them up myself. I got a lot of addresses I want to see burned down. Will that happen? Who knows?
It's not like you're on a watch
concerned
list
with. I might be on the watch list, actually.
Dude, you probably are.
Probably am. So keep your distance. But until then,
you're about to come to my fucking house in 2 days. Oh, man.
That's when your place will actually burn down. Yeah, I show up at your place and then, she actually starts burning down. At your fucking place. It won't be across the street. It'll be actually your place.
Yeah, and it turns out the punching bag followed you here. And then so now she knows where I live. And then she finally just fucking napalms my place.
There you go. And there you have it. Yeah, there you go.
I wouldn't put it past her to do something like that.
Who knows? It could happen. Don't worry. I'll do my best to put it out. But who knows what the fuck will happen? That's my point. This shit could start getting burned down. We're already seeing it. We're seeing it in Kenosha. We're seeing it in Portland. We're seeing it in not too much in Seattle these days, by the way. Somebody got shot up here, by the way. I can't remember who it was. But it's happening. Trust me, this is happening in real fucking time. You can't fucking ignore that unless you want to. It's happening. And so all you can do is prepare for it. That's all I'm saying. All you can do is prepare for it. And so maybe I'll show up at your place and shit gets burned down, and then we never show up to the Mask and Geek thing, and then maybe they make a mural for us, or whatever the fuck they do. Who knows? Assuming we survive, we show up there, and then all their electronics fucking fail, because that's what happened today, actually. That happened with my job today, actually. I showed up and everything fucking failed. To the point where even the fucking call center knew about it. It was like, okay, the app has failed and all this other shit, and just contact us and all this shit. That shit could happen. It's a chaos situation. And so you learn to work with it. You work with that shit. That's what you do.
Yep. In summary, can you see what's being reflected in my glasses right now?
I can kind of see what's reflected on your glasses. You have something on your screen there. Flick them upward a little bit more, if you don't mind.
Like this?
What the hell is that? He's got something. Nick has got something going on his side. That's my point. We don't know what the fuck's gonna happen. Nick wears glasses, by the way.
When it suits me.
By the way, you know what? To be honest, it does. Actually, just I'm not a girl or anything, but I think it does actually suit you. So keep wearing the glasses.
God. That's not going to attract any sane girls, is it?
I never said it was attract any sane girls. By the way, would you want to attract any sane girls? Just saying.
After the punching bag and the girl who had a shit ton of health problems, that would be kind of nice.
I had a sane girl until she wasn't. I'm just saying. I had several girls that were sane until they weren't. I'm just saying.
Then they weren't sane in the first place.
We're talking about women here. Just saying.
If they were interested in you, they're not sane. Sorry, buddy.
Oh well, that's just describing women as a whole. They're not sane. Maybe they have a good image of putting themselves out as sane. They're not. But that's the thing. You don't know what the fuck is going to happen, so you prepare for everything else. That's all I'm saying. I'm sure you kind of prepare for that at least a little bit. I prepare for it at least a little bit. Shit's going to go crazy. And I know that's going to happen. That puts me beyond most people. That's put you beyond most people. We know shit's going to go crazy. Knowledge is half the battle.
We just want to be monetized. Copying G.I. Joe.
Exactly. So fine. I can be worried about what's going to come. I don't know what's going to come. Neither do you. Neither does anybody else. But when it comes, if you're chaos, you can deal with it. I've been there. Trust me. If you're chaos, you can deal with it. You're new because you're 22 or whatever. You're just coming online. But you can deal with it. I'm not worried about you. I'm not worried about anybody on our team. I'm not worried about Rob. I'm not worried about Nick August. I'm not worried about Joe Dolio. Anybody else. We will figure it out. Whether all of us end up at a Safety Doc's house or Bull Rush's compound down in Houston or whatever. We will figure it out. Because that's the job. We figure things out. There's a problem. How do you deal with it? We figure it out. It doesn't matter what it is. This whole thing, like just my fucking media here. I'm testing new things out. And we're going to see how that fucking works out. Are there problems with it? Sure there are. But guess what? Figured it out. We will figure it out. That's the idea. Your audio's off, by the way.
I'm just tired. I'll probably head to bed soon.
Same here. You're right. Yeah, it's getting late. I'm gonna have to make some food and well, hell, I'm doing this protein sparing fast. I'm gonna be doing this for the next 2 days actually. The day that I'm at your place, I'm gonna fucking give it up. What's gonna be the food at your place? I might actually bring some wings to your place. Actually, some chicken wings. You have an oven, right?
Yeah, dude. I was gonna introduce you to the land. at Pullman though. They're pretty good.
All right, so we may be getting food at some other place there, not just your place.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I was gonna cook all my wings at your place.
Yeah, we're gonna need some stuff for the trip over there anyway.
Cool. I'll bring the wings. I got 2 fucking things of wings. One is like barbecue, the other one is buffalo.
Oh fuck yeah.
Those need to be cooked at some point. They're not gonna survive a week just sitting in my fridge, so I'm gonna bring them with me.
All right, dude, I got cheese. Cougar Gold cheese. I'm not letting you go without giving you some Cougar Gold cheese.
All right, I'm in.
You gotta try some of that, man.
I'm gonna bring you some beers too. What else am I bringing?
Okay, here. If you gotta bring anything that you're actually gonna eat the night you get to my place, bring anything you know that goes really good with like cheese. Specifically, like a white cheddar.
Wings to do that just fine.
All right, good.
But if I think of something else, I'll bring it with me as well.
If it goes good with cheese, it's fair game.
Sweet. Awesome. Hey,
take it from a catch of tone, man. I'm fat. That's because I know how to eat. I know how to fucking eat, dude.
I believe it. Hey, and even if I didn't believe it, we're gonna fucking find out. We're gonna find out at your place, man.
Dude, you know what we should do?
What's that?
I don't know how good our data is gonna be on the road, but we should like live stream while we're.
I was thinking that. No, I was actually thinking that. What do you call it? I was actually gonna try to like our second stream there. Hang on, give me a second.
Shit, wait a minute. Dude, do you have the ability to be a mobile hotspot? Bacon.
Jesus Christ. Give me a minute. Well, if you can hear that, you can understand where the fuck I just came from. That was the bathroom. I had to take a piss.
You were always in the bathroom. That's where you do the show from.
I don't anymore.
No, you're moving up in the world.
Well, that's where it started, actually.
Yep. That's about right.
I had to take a piss. Sorry.
Yeah, okay. Bacon, do you have the ability to be a mobile hotspot?
It would depend on my network.
Because
I don't know exactly where we're going. Once I'm picking you up and then we're going down to Salt Lake City, I don't know what the network is going to be like. I'll do what I can.
If you have the ability to be a mobile hotspot, we might be able to use my computer.
Okay. Yeah, bring whatever you think will be useful.
Yeah, and things will go well because we'll be using my fucking professional equipment.
Yeah, and it's going to go well because I'm there. Okay, yeah, sure.
Well, you're going to be the one with the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, that's not going to totally fucking fail at all or anything.
And dude, I'll bring my radios too. So you'll have a mobile hotspot with my live streaming equipment, and then we're also going to have my fucking radio. It'll be like a mobile command center.
Hey, you know what? Like I've said before, we will figure it out. You want to give up the die holes over there. In the meantime, us fucking people who want to fucking live, we'll figure it out. That's all I'm saying. We'll figure it the fuck out. You know?
Yeah. Dude, we should live stream. We should fucking live
stream.
No,
I'm 100% with that's something I've been thinking about like since day one. It's like, you know what? Okay, you will take there'll be the one stop we're gonna have to take because I can't drive 1,000,000 fucking miles on one tank. Actually, I'll have to stop to refuel, and then once we stop to refuel, we'll set some shit up, and we'll figure that out.
Well, dude, I forget.
On your end, whether it's on my end, whatever.
Well,
we'll figure it the fuck out.
Well, wait, is your car 2 seats or 4?
When we're gonna be in it, 2 seats basically, because I don't know how much you're gonna plan. I don't know how much you're planning on bringing with you. It's gonna be 2 seats.
But it actually has 4 seats, right?
I can fit 5 people in it. I've done that before.
Okay. The reason I ask is basically I'm thinking if you divide the journey into 2 parts, like before the refuel and after the refuel, I could maybe just ride in the back seat and spend the first half basically setting up the stuff for live streaming and whatnot.
It won't take that long. I'm going to guess. It won't.
Well,
no, depending on what your equipment is. I don't know what your equipment is. We'll find that out once I get there.
Well, in the back seat, theoretically, I'd have more room to work on that stuff. Because it's not just that. I'd have to work on, like, my radios and shit.
All right. Well, okay. Well, you're doing radios and shit, too. Okay. That's a little bit different.
We'll take inventory. We'll probably be pretty busy.
I got a whole fucking charging array, dude. Like, you can plug a lot of shit into what I have ready to go.
I know.
Most of which I'm not even using.
That's probably what we'll have to plan out when you get here.
Well, you can take a look at what I have ready to go, and then you can plan accordingly.
That's my idea, basically.
Okay, yeah, we can do that. Trust me, I should have the capability to do it from the road. Is what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Your back seat might have to be my mobile command center for a little bit while I just set everything up in the background.
Well, wait a minute. How physically accommodating do I need to be here with whatever the fuck you're bringing?
We might. Point is, I want to have a decent amount of room to work. We'll figure out what I have to work with.
Okay, we can do that. We'll figure that out.
Plus, that might be a better option if we're live streaming. I'm going to guess you're not going to want to show
that's the idea.
Yeah. That'll be easy. If we're live streaming from my computer, that might be easier to do if I'm in the backseat. Because that way there's
we'll just use your channel. We won't use mine. And maybe I'll pirate it or something. I don't know.
No. I'm saying like accidentally getting your face in it.
I don't care. I'm going to be driving, so... I'll be driving for the most part, so it doesn't matter.
No, I'm saying you don't want your face on YouTube, is what I'm saying when we're live streaming.
Yeah.
If we want to have the video. So either we just have the video off the whole time, or I'm in the back seat and the video's pointed at me, so there's no chance you're going to be in the shot.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
Point is,
all right, we'll figure that out. By the way, you know what my vehicle looks like, right?
Vaguely, but okay. I figure what we do is you get here, you get whatever for your wings, and then we kind of plan out the space we have to work with and plan accordingly.
Yeah, we can do that. That will work. We'll figure that out.
All right.
Hey, look. What I was gonna, that's actually the, long story short, that was the argument I had with the Liberal buddy. Basically, the argument, like what happened, and I took it to its natural conclusion, and she didn't fucking like it. How do I put this? Basically, if you read Patriot or the 95%, and I sent that to her so she has a reference to it, it pretty much went the way that I expected to go. If words had consequences, most people would shut up. These words did not have consequences. Guess how much she shut up? If you guess 0, you win a prize.
Is your car going to be able to carry all the prizes I've won over like the year we've been doing this?
Who knows? I guess we'll find out. Hell no, at this point, you weigh more than I do right now, so who knows? God, how much do I weigh now, actually? I've been drinking and eating shit and... Hang on. I'm going to take the headphones off. I can't hear you, so let me see what I weigh now. Hang on. Just turn the scale on. All right, it's ready. I'm wearing a shirt, too, so that probably adds to it. But there you go. 182.7 pounds. That's what I weigh now. That's what everything I've eaten. I haven't eaten dinner yet. Did you hear that? Okay,
yes.
Cool. 182.7 pounds. That's what I weigh now. I weighed 179 something pounds when I woke up. What do you weigh now? Just out of curiosity.
187.4 as of like 2 hours ago.
All right, and that's probably including all the water you drink and other things you've eaten and all this stuff.
Yep. I was like 184 or something this morning.
Okay, 184 this morning. I weigh 179 pounds. I weigh 5 pounds less than you. I mean, just take that into consideration. I train as a fighter. I'm not trying to bulk up, which is what that will mean. I go for just strength and endurance. That's all I go for. So Drew Bay can do what he does. I do my things my way. But just in between me and you, you're almost a foot shorter than me. And you weigh more than I do. Just let that sink in for a minute. Not trying to shame you or anything. But that's to put things into perspective. You are definitely heavier than you want to be. Otherwise, you wouldn't be asking me for advice and all this other shit. I'm trying something else out, just for fun, and I'm not even doing it properly. I can guarantee you. I'm eating way more fat than I should be. And even then, I'm losing more weight. I'm just... without losing the muscle. I'm just saying. The results are there. The comparisons, I think, are pretty accurate. That's all I'm saying. Don't worry. We'll get you there. You're already at a better place than anybody else. I can't hear anything you're saying, by the way, because you have yourself muted.
What? Oh,
there you go.
Dude, I gotta go to sleep, man.
That's fine. That's all I'm saying.
You'll get it. You'll get me there.
That's the idea.
All right, man. I'll see you later. I gotta sleep.
You guys sleep, man. You have a good night. All right.
I gotta do some recruiting for the fucking ham radio club tomorrow, and got a call with a potential client, and gotta wrap up some homework and shit that I'm trying to get ahead on before you get here, because I know I'm not doing any shit when you get here.
No, that ain't happening. I'll tell you that right now. We're getting hammered once I start showing up.
Yeah. When you get hammered, we live
I'm bringing the handles of whiskey with me.
I'll be like, look, Bacon got me drunk twice. That's 2 for 0, Cynthia. Ah.
Wait, that's it? Just twice? Damn, I'm slacking. All right, you go ahead and you go do your thing, man.
Later.
There goes Nick. Nick Schulander. Well, you can read it here. NickSchulander.com. The reason I have FU Nick Schulander.com is he renamed my thing was like delay or something because I was having some issue live stream or whatever. One of the things I wanted to bring up, yeah. The whole argument thing. Oh, God, I forgot to ask him about this. So I'm just going to take a whole fucking risk here. Long story short, don't bother arguing with people. Don't bother. Because at best, most people are going to listen to you long enough to the point where they can bring up their own points. But everybody's going to have their own points to bring up. They're not there to listen to you argue. They're listening long enough to bring up their own points to argue. That's what they're there for. And one of the things that I'm thinking of, they're not going to stop. I even brought this up with my liberal buddies. I showed her the video, and she still fucking did the thing. They're not going to stop. And so a lot of you guys, you guys are out there. You're arguing. You're making good points. You're making good points. You're making good arguments. You're putting out good reason. You're pointing out good evidence, and good on you. You're doing the Lord's work, really. But for who? These fuckers, the 95% that I pointed out before? Why are you working there? You're wasting your time. You are wasting your fucking time. Glad this list is minute 57 in. I'm glad I listened. I'm glad that list this. I had the same argument with my buddy. She starts talking about white people, and I point out she's just only talking about white people, not why this racist. And then she points out why I'm racist because I end up listing that shit. And I ask her, okay, well, white people are the cause of this problem. Why are they the cause of this problem? And she can't fucking answer the question. And then she labels me actually, literally Hitler, asking the question, why is that the problem? Instead of just acknowledging that's the problem. As me, not acknowledging the problem. And then me asking, okay, you're talking about all these goddamn problems. What's the solution? What is the solution? More government power. And we don't talk about any other race. We don't talk about the trans. I'm sure the transatlantic trade got brought up. That's what brought black people to America via white people. By the way, black people sold other black people to the white people because they couldn't go get them themselves to go take them to America and other places. We're going to talk about the trans-Saharan trade where literally Hitler, black males were castrated and black women are sold into, concubines and shit like that. We don't talk about that. We can't talk about that because that would talk about other races. We have to fucking demonize white. We have to demonize straight white males. And so I'm going to play this. I don't care if this gets my channel demonetized. You know what? Download the fucking video, okay? Download it. This is what I came up with. If you ever seen the movie I Am Legend, I'll describe it real quick. It starts with a guy, Will Smith is the actor. In the daytime, he's driving around in a Shelby Mustang, shooting down deer and stuff so he can eat and all this stuff. By the way, it's not specified what the vampires or the zombies eat or anything like that. I'm just going to assume that they're going to fucking die pretty soon anyways. But long story short, there's some virus that goes out. only Will Smith and like a very few people are immune to that. Will Smith is the only one in the fucking area that he's in. He's going over radio, like he's trying to communicate, like, hey, is anybody else out there? Police come out, and in the night he's holed up in his place. He makes sure he covers his tracks. That's kind of important. Him and his dog, they're holed up in their bathroom. They're in the bathtub or whatever. They're having all the crazy shit that's going on around them. The zombies don't know what his building he's in, so they're around his building, but they don't know he's in there, so they don't know to come after him. There's some other character that knows of him, wants to come after him, and plots against him and all this shit. So the zombies are smart enough to do that. They're smart enough to come up against people who aren't like them. That's part of the movie. And that becomes a pretty big part of the movie. One of the big climaxes is that the guy who's wearing the jacket, the big protagonist, he looks like everybody, all the other zombies, but he's wearing a big jacket. He's only like 3 dogs. You might Will Smith, his character, he only has the one dog that's with him. He grew her up as a puppy. Her up, by the way, as a puppy. They end up fighting. Dog ends up saving Will Smith's life. The dog gets infected. He tries to inject Will Smith tries to inject her with the closest thing he has been able to come to close with the cure. Doesn't work. He has to kill her. He goes crazy. He takes his truck. He goes out at night when all these guys are roaming around, all these zombies. Kills a lot of them. Almost gets himself killed. This woman who has her daughter with him ends up saving him. Takes him back to his place. Don't ask me how she knew where his place was. Maybe he told her. Who knows? He may have been delirious, whatever. He was really good at covering his tracks. But I guess, when you're near death and somebody else is saving you, you're a little bit more lax. I would imagine so. And so the next morning, afternoon, whatever, she's making him breakfast and all this stuff. Making him and her son breakfast. He tells her, he's making a cure for this zombie apocalypse. And she's on the way. She heard his broadcast, so that's why she found him. But she was on the way to this colony of people who are immune to whatever the hell this was. She wanted to take him with them. Night comes. They find this place because they tracked her taking Will Smith back to his compound that they didn't know about previously. And so he does everything he can. He has the UV lights, placed everywhere. They get burned, but they go past that. He has this lava mode or whatever. They get past that. He ends up in basically his lab where he's working on this one, this zombie that he's captured. He's been testing a whole bunch of vaccines on. And funny enough, during the time that he's under siege, he finds out that his blood actually is the cure. His and anyone else's immune to the virus. He finds out that their blood is what can actually end up saving people. But do they fucking listen? They don't. And so here's the, hang on. Skip that. And so here's the audio of what happened. And this is the hang on. Oh, it started at where I showed it at. This is the conclusion that I came to. We're talking about the 95%. We're talking about the retardists. Can we convince them that, there's a better way? We can be voluntarists. We don't have to use force for everything. No. There it is.
It's working.
That's when they're breaking in. This was me. This, again, I'm going to say again, this was me. A long time ago. I was like Stefan Molyneux. Stefan Molyneux keeps making fucking purist arguments. And good for him, that's how he makes his fucking money. That's how he makes a living. Good for him. That's his thing. But is it doing any fucking difference? Listen. This is what it sounds like. This is basically what you're arguing. I know this is kind of an extreme example. I understand that. But the end result is the fucking same. Please listen.
And I can help you. I can fix this. I can save everybody.
This is after he finds the cure.
Let me save you.
Let me save you. The specific zombie he's talking about is the main antagonist. It's the one that's wearing the jacket. That's the one that's the most notable. It's the one that's been coming after the Will Smith character the longest. He knows about him. He's smart enough to know, like, this is somebody who's an enemy. This is somebody who need to take out. And he comes up with strategies to go take him out. He's the one that had the dogs ready to go. It takes a certain amount of intelligence to actually fucking do that. So these are not mindless zombies. These are zombies that are actually thinking. These are zombies that actually know what the fuck they're doing. And as my buddy actually pointed out, maybe they didn't want the fucking cure. Maybe they wanted to be who they are. But he tried to save them anyways. We continue. This is him just watching it. He's finally understanding what's going on. He's looking back at the woman with her child. She's comforting her child. He's looking at them again. No. He's putting his blood in a vial.
The cure's in her blood. Don't shoot. She's gonna be safe. Ethan, get in.
Come on, get in. Get in.
I think this is why you're here.
What are you doing?
I'm listening.
Careful, there's running here. Come.
They're not gonna stop. They're not gonna stop.
They're not gonna stop.
Stay until dawn.
They're not gonna stop. They're not gonna stop. We will talk about that in a moment. He's looking at a picture of his wife and kid. They died in this. They died early on. It's the end of the scene. Hopefully I get flagged for that, but look, you know what? It's worth it. It's worth getting flagged. If you guys get to hear that, hopefully watch that fucking scene. Watch it, because that describes the 95% far better than I ever could. It describes the retards far better than I ever could. I've lived it. I've fought every fucking way. Just as far as the fucking masking, you would think that's not that big of a thing. It is. Because I've lived it. It doesn't matter what reason and evidence and memes or whatever the fuck you have, anything that has you have to bear, anything that has to deal with reality. It doesn't matter what that's to go. That's what everybody else is telling them to do. And therefore, that's what's reality to them. Reality, as it actually is, doesn't fucking matter. Them's the rules. You must wear a mask. There you go. I know that's a real fucking petty thing to pick on, but it always starts petty. It always does. But that's the best fucking description I have. I know it's extreme. Not everybody's a mindless zombie. You could talk to pretty much just about everybody. Ask me how I know. I do that all the time. I can talk to anybody about just about anything. When it comes to this shit, when it comes to things that really fucking matter, when it comes to things that people are absolutes about, that's what it comes to. You know what? I'm going to take even more risk. I'm going to play it again. I'm going to play it again because I think it's that fucking important. I know it's kind of extremism. I have my little brother is like, oh, well, you think everybody's a mindless zombie and you're the only person who's not? I had that argument amongst a lot of other ones. Hopefully you, as a listener, can understand where the fuck I'm coming from. So I'm going to play it again. Getting this fucking YouTube account thing being flagged. Who fucking cares?
I can say I can help you. You are sick, and I can help you.
You are sick, and I can help you.
I can fix this. I can save everybody.
He found the cure.
It's working.
I can help you.
Let me save you.
Let me save you.
No.
They're attacking anyways. They can understand what he's saying. They don't care. They're going to attack him anyways. They're not gonna stop. It doesn't matter. Do you understand what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. They're not gonna stop.
What are you doing?
The cure is in her blood. Don't shoot. She's gonna be safe. Ethan, get in.
Come on, get in. Get in.
I think this is why you're here.
What are you doing?
I'm listening.
He's listening.
Michael, there's running here. Come.
They're not gonna stop. They're not gonna stop.
He's listening.
Stay until dawn.
They're not gonna stop. Look at this picture. I'm gonna put it up in the thing. He dies on his feet. He pulls a grenade. He goes out fighting. Look at him. Look at him. The man dies on his feet. If you have to be in that situation, that's the best any man can hope for, is that he dies on his feet. But listen to what he had to say. He spent God knows how long trying to find a cure for his fellow man that hated him this entire fucking time. Fine, they got subverted. They had some disease put on them. Okay, understood. But he devoted pretty much most of his fucking time that wasn't allotted to keeping him and his dog alive as long as the dog was alive. Look what he fucking did. And what did he get for it? He ended up holed up in the very fucking place where he was trying to find a cure for them, and actually ended up finding a cure for them to help them get better with somebody else, with her fucking kid. And what did he get for it? They kept coming. They kept fucking coming. If there was ever a message for what's going to be coming 42 days from now, at the time of this recording, if there ever was a message for what's going to be coming here, this is it. I hope you're listening. Hopefully this gets struck down because I played what's something maybe copyrighted. I don't know. I just decided to play because you know what? You fucking need to hear it. If we get this channel struck down, so be it. I'll find another one. I'll make another one. But you need to hear this shit. That's what you're dealing with these days. If you're a person of reason, if you're a person of philosophy, if you're a person of reason and evidence, this is what you need to hear. What you need to hear is that you may be able to reason with me. You may be able to reason with my people, Team Let 'em Burn, whatever. But the average person, when it really comes to it, they're not going to listen. They're not. They've been told what to believe. And that's what they hold dear. They hold it so dear that they will fight to their own fucking deaths to protect it. Because that's what gives them value. That's the only thing they can think of. If they don't have that, they have nothing. You understand what I'm saying? Everything they were taught to believe, they think that's all they have. If they don't have that, they have nothing. I know I just repeated myself. I made sure I did it. So you fucking stand it. when I said it's at least 95%, and I'm being generous. Do you understand what I mean now? I am not kidding. It is that bad. 19 out of the 20 people you look at on a daily basis will fucking turn and kill you if the right person tells them to. I'm not kidding about that. Why do I preach about being fucking ready about fighting an entire fucking crowd of people? Because that's going to be the entire crowd of people when somebody else tells them to kill somebody of some certain color or some certain race or some certain group, and you happen to be that fucking race or that color or that group, and you happen to be facing off against 19 out of 20 of them, that's going to be you. Do you see the seriousness of this scenario now? Ray John showed up. Ray John, that's I Am Legend, by the way. Look up I Am Legend. They're not going to stop. And that's the clip I'm playing. Look, you can go with the recent evidence all you want. That's going to work with me. Even if me and you, Ray John, if we were in the same room, we could reason with each other. We're not going to kill each other. I don't want to kill you, and I'm pretty sure you don't want to kill me. We could find a way to reason with each other. That's not the way with the 95%. That's what I've been preaching against this whole fucking time, and nobody's fucking listening. Even though they've been preaching about the 95%, even though they don't even know that I fucking came with that shit years ago. It's coming. I'm not kidding about this shit. I'm not. They're not gonna stop. That's the message I wanted to get out. They're not gonna stop. I'm gonna play it again. Hang on. You want to hear it again? We're gonna play it again. Third time, we're gonna play it again. Fuck it. Why not? I'm willing to risk this. Go ahead. Strike me down. I'll come out stronger than ever.
Look, I can save you. I can help you. You are sick, and I can help you.
I can save you.
I can fix this. I can save everybody.
He can save everybody.
It's working.
That's the main antagonist attacking the screen.
Save you.
And he knows who that is. He's interacted with it before. Oops, sorry, I hit the wrong button. My bad. We continue. He's comforting her kid. He takes his own blood and gives it to her and tells her to fucking keep it.
The cure is in her blood.
He doesn't know if her blood could cure things. He knows his blood can cure it. So he takes his blood. By the way.
I think this is why you're here.
What are you doing?
I'm listening.
I'm
Get
listening.
out of here. Come.
They're not gonna stop.
They're not gonna stop.
Stay until dawn.
He saves her. And her kid, by the way. Not his kid. Just her kid. He faces off against him himself. Talk about a hero if there ever was one. By the way, I don't know what the hell is in this grenade, but it's pretty fucking powerful. It stopped all this shit if she was able to get out of it. That's a lot of fire. That's the third time I played it, and there you have it. I hope the fucking message has gotten through. They're not gonna stop. Do you think that has to deal with movie zombies? In a way, it has, because that's the example. But look around you. Look at the people who are wearing masks. That's your first fucking sign. Look at the people who are enforcing it. That's your second sign. These are the same people that will fucking put you in the fucking carts to go be gassed. That's exactly what happened back in 1939, 1940. That's exactly what's going to happen. And even if that doesn't happen, they're still the same people. They can't be reasoned with. Most people, the 95%, they cannot be reasoned with. I've tried every fucking angle I could think of. I tried it. Trust me, I tried every single one. Everyone you could think of. I tried it. And guess what? It didn't work. They had some fucking answer. They had some give back. They had some retort. They did it. And you know what? First of all, I got to give them credit for that. At least they were able to do that. I got to give them credit for that. Because I didn't think that was possible. I didn't think it was possible to argue a point that pretty much is fucking useless. It's what do you call it? Not untargetable. What do you call it? Undefendable, basically. They have points that are undefendable, and they manage to defend them. Again, that's in language, but they managed to defend it. I gotta give them props for that. You know what? They managed to do that. They did. A lot of them. It has nothing to do with reality. If it was a physical fight, they would have been destroyed. They would have been dismantled. But you know what? Since it's in language, they fucking managed to do it. Good for them. You know what? I gotta hand it to them. They did it. But that's the thing. That's the heart of the problem. They're not going to stop. They're not going to stop. It doesn't matter what reason you bring. what evidence you bring, what arguments you bring, it doesn't matter. Reality doesn't matter to these humans. I'm not even saying people. I'm not even saying these humans. It doesn't matter. For the 95%, they're not going to stop. They're not gonna stop. That's why I played this. This guy that you heard is a cinematic movie, but you know what? It works as well as a message. He found a cure. It was his own blood. He's willing to share his own fucking blood to save the people that want to kill his fucking guts. And he did everything he could to communicate. Like, hey, motherfuckers, I know you've been attacking me this whole fucking time, but I found a way to save you. I found a way to help you get out of the state that you are in now. And they kept attacking. They don't want the fucking cure. Most people don't want the fucking cure. That's the correlation these days. Most people don't want the fucking cure. They don't want it. If you have the cure, they don't want it. They want to be mad. They want to keep things going. They're not gonna stop. They're not going to stop. And so why are you fighting? What are you fighting for? I've been there. I've been on the front lines. I fought myself very fucking hard, mind you. I've been there. And I've even asked myself the same question. What am I fighting for? And I didn't even have the question then. And I kept fucking fighting. They're going to keep going. They're going to keep going. They're going to keep finding reasons to do what they do. They're going to keep being zombies. So why keep fighting? That's what they want to be. They want to be zombies. So why keep trying to change them into something that they don't want to be? That's something that it was a real hard lesson for me to learn. I'm not going to lie. I say, aside from the romantic side thing here, that's one of the things that it was one of the real hard lessons for me to learn. But I had to learn it. Look, you can't change somebody's mind if they don't want to change it. You can't just change somebody's mindset. That's even more important if they don't want to change it. So why fucking try? That's why I developed combat martial arguments. That's why I did a lot of other things that I did. That's why I did the Patriot article. That's why I did the article about the 95%. That's why I did them. You are fighting against the mob that outnumbers you quite a bit. And they don't want to change your mind based on reason and evidence. And all you're bringing is reason and evidence. So why fucking try? Why? The mob is not going to change your mind. So why bother? Ray John's wondering about this. So I'm going to play it one more time. I'm going to risk getting my account banned one more time. I actually enjoy listening to this.
It's working.
Whoops! Sorry. Rage, I don't know if we can hear this. This is from I Am Legend. He found the cure. He found the cure for the zombies. And guess what reception that he fucking got?
I can save everybody.
He can save everybody.
It's working.
And guess what? They kept attacking anyways. He can save you, but he's gonna attack you anyways. Let me save you.
No, no.
This is where he realizes what's going on. They're not gonna stop. They're not gonna stop. What's the life lesson? They're not gonna stop. The people you argue against, the 95%, they're not gonna stop. And so why bother? We'll keep going. I'm gonna let him play out. He's taking his blood. He realizes his blood is it's the vaccine for this virus. That's what he was trying to tell them, and they wouldn't fucking listen.
Come on, get in. Get in.
I think this is why you're here.
What are you doing?
I'm listening.
People, they're just running here. Come.
They're not gonna stop. They're not gonna stop.
They're not gonna stop.
Stay until dawn.
He's straight up to face him with a grenade. He's gonna grab the grenade in a moment. I see your comment, Rayson. He's looking at a picture of his wife and his kid. The mom is still at his doorstep. I still don't know what kind of grenade this is. That's a hell of a grenade. I gotta say, I'd probably be the same way. If I gotta go, I'm taking out my adversary with me. Just, that scene. But that's the message that I wanted to put out there. Look. You asked who the 95% was. I already wrote about that. It's on my site, thegoddamnbacon.com. It's most of the people. It's pretty much the people who they're responsible for where we are. Rajon, I hate to say, you're part of it. You think we need status to save society, or you need force to save society. That's part of the problem. Now, normies are responsible for a lot of things that keep things running. They're also responsible for why we can't go any fucking farther as a society. This is an extreme example. I understand that. That's whole I Am Legend thing. I understand this is an extreme example. Now you have but that's what it fucking leads to. Do you guys not fucking understand it? Apparently not. That's what it's going to end up going towards. People who are like the fucking vampire zombies in I Am Legend. That's where it ends up going. Do you not fucking understand that? And you have the one person who's willing to fucking stand up against it. You have the one person who's willing to find a fucking cure for that. He ends up finding a cure for that, and he tries to show the fucking 95%, hey, I got a cure for this shit. I got a cure for you. We can make you even better. And they're not going to listen. They're not. That's the whole point I'm trying to make here. What he said is probably one of the most important things I think I've ever fucking heard. That's why I keep bringing it up. They're not going to listen. Let's listen again. I'm going to bring it again. Why not? I'm used to being banned, so who cares? Who fucking cares? I'm going to get banned anyways. So why don't I do it? I can save you. I can save you.
You are sick, and I can help you.
They're destroying all the shit that's in his lab.
Everybody.
He's tearing people apart that's in his way, that's on his team, by the way.
Let me save you.
Listen again.
No.
I'll keep fucking playing this until you get the fucking idea. This isn't just a fucking movie. This is real life. This is what you're dealing with in real life. These fucking mask people, these fucking coronavirus people. This is what you're dealing with right fucking now. Do you fucking understand this shit? I'm not making this up. They're not going to stop. They're not going to stop.
The jurors in a black. Don't shoot. Shoot to the safe. Ethan, get in.
Come on, get in. Get in.
I think this is why you're here.
What are you doing?
I'm listening.
He's listening.
Elevator's running here. Come.
They're not gonna stop. They're not gonna stop.
They're not going to stop.
Stay until dawn.
Are you listening? I hope you're listening to this. This is a cinematic display. This isn't happening in real life. Hopefully you're listening now before it fucking happens. And you're talking to somebody who actually would fucking do this. Again, that's like the 5th time I fucking played it. I'm going to keep doing it until the fucking point gets by. They're not going to stop. They're not going to stop. I've tried. Trust me. I've gotten a lot of schooling as far as philosophy goes, as far as arguments go. They're not going to stop. It's based in language. And as long as our arguments are based on language, they can do whatever the fuck they want. There are no consequences when it comes to language. I've said a long time, if language came with consequences, if words came with consequences, if you had to pay for what you said, most people would shut the fuck up because they would know it's bullshit, because they know they will have to face consequences. But what I played there is pretty much where we are as a society. I hate to say that it's that bad. I hate to say that we're that far off, but we are. Sure, we can all unite under sports ball. We can under any other non-important bullshit. If we talk about things that are important, like the wear mask thing, that's been the most divisive thing that I've ever fucking seen in my life. And not just my life. A lot of other people who've lived longer than I have. 70 years, in fact. They've never seen shit like this. Keep in mind, this is a country that discriminated against Japanese Americans for obvious reasons. They haven't had to deal with that amount of discrimination. And now we're dealing with it. What the fuck? And so that's why I played that. There is no reasoning that's going to be happening here. There is no reason and evidence that's going to convince anybody. It's not going to stop. They're not going to stop. That's the most important thing I think I've ever heard. As someone thought of the last couple days, I finally found the clip and played it. But you know what? It's one of the most important things I think I've ever heard. And I think it's one of the most important things you've ever heard. That's why I'm putting it out there. They're not going to stop. They are not going to stop. It doesn't matter what it is. You can have whatever they want. It doesn't matter what they want anymore. They're not going to stop. And so you plan accordingly. They're not going to stop. They are not. I'm going to keep saying it. I'm going to say it a few more times. I want it to stick. I want this to stick in your head. I want you to fucking make sure you fucking know this, okay? They're not going to stop. Those people, that mob, that 95%, they're not going to stop. They're not going to stop. They will not fucking stop. It doesn't matter what happens. Nothing matters to them. They are not gonna stop. Okay? Do you understand that? I hope you do. I'm gonna say it again, just so you understand. They are not gonna stop. They will not stop. Are you dead? Guess what? It doesn't even matter then. They are not going to stop. They're not going to stop. They're not going to stop. How many ways can I say it? Do you have that beaten into your head? Have that figured out? Okay. I'm going to say it one more time. They're not going to stop. Okay. How about one more time? They're not going to stop. That's why I kept playing that. I played it about 5 different fucking times. I want to make sure anybody who listens to this program will fucking understand that. Most of the people are fucking zombies. They are. They are. They're not the fast zombies. They're not the crazy zombies that you're still dealing with in video games or whatever. But they're zombies nonetheless. But the one thing they all have in common, they're not going to stop. You can use all the recent evidence or whatever. They're not going to stop. They will continue to come after you until they're dead or you are. And do you want to be the one that's dead? Do you want to be the one that has to concede? Do you want to be the one that has to, I don't know, make claims or whatever? Whatever it is. You want to be that person? Really? Tell you what, I don't. That's why I speak out against this shit. Why do I speak out against this shit? I look at this and I fight against it every day. And I get my own fair share of flack for it, to be honest. You know what? I'm fine for that. I'm fine to get that. At least it means I'm alive. But yeah, this other shit that I'm looking at, it's like, I can submit to that and then I'll be dead. Like, what? Yeah, no. I'm good. I'll take my chances of being alive. Thank you very much. But again, I mean, looking at that, it's... I can play it again. We don't need to. But it's real showing. What side do you really want to be on? There's a side that, okay, they're alive, but they're definitely trying to kill somebody. And then you have the other side that's alive and it's basically trying to stay alive. Which one do you want to be on? I can tell you what the 95% are. They're not going to stop. Doesn't matter what consolation you try to make. It doesn't matter what high ground you try to find there. It doesn't matter. Even if they're okay for a minute, they're not going to stop. They're not going to stop. And so what are you going to do about it? Are you going to fight against it? Or are you going to keep trying to appease them? You can keep trying to appease them. Okay. That just leads to you being ruled in the ultimate term. It's going to happen anyways. So someone who studied this, that's what's going to happen. Again, they're not going to stop. That's the nature. They will not stop. They're not going to stop. That's why I kept playing that. I had to learn that myself. I had to put that into my head. They're not going to stop. It doesn't matter what quarters you give them. They're not going to stop. Learn that shit. Okay? They're not gonna stop. Yes, we don't understand that. And I guess that's why we'll keep dealing with what we're dealing with. I don't know. But apparently no one else will. And so when she's burning down again, I'll be right there saying, guess what? I said it before everything happened. They're not going to stop. They're not going to stop. I told you they weren't going to stop. And you didn't believe me. And they didn't stop. Funny enough. And now we're dealing with this. I'm used to not being listened to. I'm used to that. It's been a long fucking time since it's been listened to, so whatever. I'm just used to being proven right way the fuck after the fact. So fine. I said they're not gonna stop, and you didn't listen. And now I get to be right later, and it's not a good thing for me either. I'm gonna have to deal with the fucking consequences too, but you know what? At least I was right. Fine, okay. We'll see what happens. And speaking of which, I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you for listening. Until next time, stay ready, keep it tactical, and above all else, be chaos, my friends.